Elon Musk's Hyperloop is one of the most revolutionary transportation concepts of the 21st century, promising to redefine how people and goods move across vast distances at unprecedented speeds. First introduced in 2013, the Hyperloop envisions a vacuum-sealed pod system capable of traveling at speeds exceeding 760 miles per hour, 1,220 kilometers/a, rivaling commercial air travel while being faster, cheaper, and more energy efficient than traditional rail systems. Today we will talk about Elon Musk's Hyperloop and the future of high-speed transport. So, before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Origins and vision behind the Hyperloop. The idea of the Hyperloop was first proposed by Elon Musk in August 2013, when he released a detailed 58-page white paper outlining the concept of an ultra-high-speed transportation system. Musk was inspired by the inefficiencies of existing transportation methods, particularly the slow, expensive, and outdated rail systems in the United States. At the time, the proposed California high-speed rail project was criticized for its high cost, inefficiency, and relatively low speed compared to other global counterparts like Japan's Shinkansen or China's Fuxing bullet trains. Musk envisioned a tube-based transport system where passenger pods would travel in near-vacuum conditions, reducing air resistance and allowing for extreme speeds with minimal energy consumption. Unlike traditional trains, the Hyperloop levitates using magnetic propulsion, eliminating friction and enabling a smooth, near-silent ride. Musk described it as a cross between a Concorde jet, a railgun, and an air hockey table. While Musk introduced the Hyperloop, he opted not to pursue its development directly through Tesla or SpaceX. Instead, he open-sourced the idea, allowing independent companies and researchers to build upon his vision. This decision led to the emergence of multiple Hyperloop startups, competing to develop the world's first operational system. How the Hyperloop works, the science behind high-speed travel. The Hyperloop system is based on several key technological principles. 1. Near-vacuum tubes for low air resistance. Traditional trains face air resistance, which limits their top speed. The Hyperloop eliminates this problem by using sealed tubes with low-pressure environments, reducing air drag to almost zero. This allows the pods to reach speeds 3 times faster than the fastest bullet trains. 2. Magnetic levitation, maglev, for frictionless movement. Unlike conventional trains that rely on wheels, the Hyperloop uses magnetic levitation, maglev, technology to float above the track. Electromagnets keep the pods suspended, eliminating rolling resistance and enabling near-silent, ultra-fast travel. 3. Linear electric motors for propulsion. The pods are accelerated using linear electric motors, which generate electromagnetic forces to push the pod forward without physical contact. This method is far more efficient than jet engines or traditional railway engines. 4. Energy efficiency through renewable sources. Musk's Hyperloop vision includes solar panels on the tube structure to provide sustainable energy. The system's low resistance and high efficiency could make it one of the most energy-efficient transportation modes in history. Hyperloop companies and their technological progress. Since Musk's announcement, several companies have taken on the challenge of developing a fully operational Hyperloop system. The most notable include 1. Virgin Hyperloop, formerly Hyperloop One. Virgin Hyperloop, backed by Richard Branson's Virgin Group, has made some of the most significant advancements in Hyperloop technology. The company built a 500-meter test track in Nevada, where it successfully tested human passengers in a Hyperloop pod for the first time in November 2020. Virgin Hyperloop aims to develop commercial routes in regions like India, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates, where high-speed transport is in high demand. 2. Hyperloop Transportation Technologies, HTT. HTT is another major player working on bringing the Hyperloop to life. The company has focused on developing ultra-lightweight carbon fiber pods and smart energy-efficient systems. It has signed agreements with governments in Europe, the Middle East, and China to explore commercial Hyperloop deployment. 3. Transport. A Canada-based Hyperloop company, Transport is developing its own version of the system called the FluxJet, which aims to reach speeds of 1,200 km/745 miles per hour. Transport is actively working on projects in Canada and the European Union. 4. The Boring Company's Hyperloop. In April 2022, Musk's Boring Company announced plans to build its own Hyperloop prototype, focusing on underground vacuum tunnels. This aligns with Musk's broader vision of solving urban congestion through tunnel-based transport solutions. Potential benefits of the Hyperloop system. If successfully implemented, the Hyperloop could transform transportation in several key ways. 1. Unmatched speed. The Hyperloop's projected speeds of 760 miles per hour, 1,220 km/h, would allow travel between cities in record time. For example, Los Angeles to San Francisco, 35 minutes, instead of 6 hours by car. New York to Washington, D.C., 30 minutes, instead of 3 hours by train. London to Paris, 15 minutes, instead of 2.5 hours by Eurostar. 2. Reduced carbon emissions. Compared to airplanes and cars, the Hyperloop produces minimal emissions, especially if powered by renewable energy sources. It could become one of the greenest transportation methods in history. 3. Lower costs for long-distance travel. Musk initially estimated that a California Hyperloop system would cost $6–7 billion, significantly cheaper than the $68 billion California high-speed rail project. Lower infrastructure costs could make high-speed travel more affordable than air travel. 4. Decreased traffic congestion. Hyperloop routes could replace highways and short-haul flights, reducing congestion in urban areas and cutting travel times for commuters. Challenges facing Hyperloop development. Despite its promise, several obstacles remain before the Hyperloop can become a reality. 1. Infrastructure and land acquisition. Building long tunnel networks or elevated Hyperloop tubes requires massive infrastructure investments and government cooperation. Land acquisition for tracks is a major regulatory hurdle. 2. Safety and passenger comfort. Traveling at 760 miles per hour in a sealed tube presents safety and engineering challenges, including emergency evacuation procedures, pressure management, and passenger comfort. 3. High development costs. Although Musk proposed a low-cost model, real-world Hyperloop projects are proving expensive, with estimates exceeding $20–50 billion per route. 4. Regulatory and government approvals. Hyperloop projects must navigate government regulations, environmental policies, and international agreements, delaying commercial implementation. The future of the Hyperloop. Despite these challenges, the Hyperloop represents a bold vision for the future of high-speed transportation. As technology advances and governments invest in sustainable infrastructure, the possibility of commercial Hyperloop networks by 2035 to 2040 remains promising. Countries like India, UAE, China, and the European Union are actively exploring Hyperloop feasibility studies. If successful, the Hyperloop could revolutionize global transport, offering a faster, cleaner, and more efficient alternative to airplanes and trains. Whether Musk's vision will become reality remains uncertain, but the race to develop the world's first operational Hyperloop is already underway. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.